Did you see that Badbunny said this? English is not my first language, but it's okay. It's not America's first language either. What? Oof, girl. Well, he's right. No. I'm not talking about the indigenous languages that were here before. I'm talking about now. The first language of the USA is English. I'm gonna hold your hand while I say this to you. No, it's not. Did you know that the first European language spoken in what is now the United States was Spanish? Yes. In 1513, Juan Ponce de Leon landed in what is now Florida, and that was like 100 years before the English showed up at Jamestown in 1607. So, if we're playing the who was here first game, English is not winning. And let's be very clear, before Spanish, before English, before any European language, the US territory was home to hundreds of indigenous languages for thousands of years. So English was not the first, Spanish was not the first, but if we're talking only about European languages, well, technically, Spanish got there first. When the US was founded on the 4th of July, 1776, the territory was already pretty multicultural and obviously multilingual. Spanish in the Southwest, French in Louisiana, Dutch in New York, and German in most of the 13 colonies. Actually, for 250 years of US history, there was no official federal language. None. Not English, not anything, nada. And why? Well, the founders came from a multilingual colony system, and there was a practical belief that government should communicate with people in the languages that they actually used, and not the other way around. Fun fact, there were so many German speakers in the 13 colonies that there's evidence of official government documents written in German at the time. So the absence of an official language wasn't an accident. It reflected the reality that the US was always multilingual. That was the project, the original project of the independence. A multicultural and multilingual country against the tyranny of a monarch. But it all changed in 2025 when Donald Trump signed an executive order making English the official language for the first time in 250 years. I'm not gonna get into his reasons for doing this because honestly, I don't have the time or the patience. But let me just tell you this. If you look at American linguistic history, Badbunny singing in Spanish, it's historical continuity. Spanish has been spoken in what is now the US longer than English has. He's honoring a language that predates English on that land, and it's his first language. That's historically accurate. But actually, English is the most dominant language today. Okay, I'll give you that. But it wasn't the first. And artists like Badbunny choosing to sing in Spanish, that's pure American history, but with sazon. What about you? What do you think about this? Drop me a comment here. And if you want to know more about the linguistic map of the United States and all of the languages that are spoken in the territory, there's a new video coming out this week. See you there.